Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now I have an important notice that I need to let you guys all know about. So from Monday onwards, I will be posting on to TNEC, Monday to Friday, and Saturday and Sunday I will be posting on my channel. Now, just before I dive into your reading, I'd just like to say I am an experienced and professional, holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money-back guarantee for image readings, tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic counselling, mentorship, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. And I also offer astrology birth charts. Just check out the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's dive in there, guys, and let's see what messages the universe has for you about both you and your person's love journey this month. And let's see what messages the universe has for you about your person. Alright, so let's dive in there. And we're going to come in with the now. Ooh. Alright, guys. Okay, so you're coming in with the Devil card. Alright, guys, so the Devil is Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules your 10th house. It's about how you've been seen. It's about what you're known for. It's like a lifespan here, guys. Okay, till this day. Alright, it can also talk about here in your reading when you're coming in, because you're also coming in with the Moon card, and the Moon card is Cancer. The Moon rules your 4th house, and your 4th house is all about your private life, what you keep to yourself, in a sense here. How you see yourself. It's your innermost thoughts and your innermost feelings here. You can come in here in terms of Capricorn and the Moon. What it can talk about there in your reading is that, well, for both you and your person, you're quite sensitive. You're not vulnerable here. You like to keep your, it's like a hidden personality here. Only those that know you know the true you. I want to come in with that as well, because it is quite significant when you get Capricorn and the Moon card. Alright, guys. It talks about hidden fears here. It talks about hidden, or how you keep experiences, painful and hurtful experiences, to yourself here. It's not something that this is both you and your person, that you're open to sharing with others. You just don't come out and say it here. Yes, of course, you know, you can come in with shame here, toxic shame here, in terms of confidence, in terms of self-worth. And when you're coming in with the Moon card, what it can talk about there, and I just had it unaware that these are the reasons why you don't go towards what you love or what you want in terms of happiness here. You can see, you can mask your happiness here with patterns and habits here in your reading. And it's about that fear, like I said. Oh, yeah, of course it can be a fear mentality. It's that fear to love, to be happy here. But it's also a fear of not being accepted, hence why you come in with patterns and habits here in your reading. Yet, what it also talks about here in your reading is that for both you and your person, you're very hard working. Hard work is a way in which you escape here. A way in which you feel like you're worthy, like your confidence here comes from the hard work that you do. But this hard work is coming in as physical labour. This hard work is coming in as a 9-to-5 job here. See, it comes in as things that are unseen when you're coming in with the moon card, and things that you don't realise, let me come in that way, it has impacted greatly on the choices and the decisions that you make. It is coming in as a lifespan here in terms of what you're recognised for here in your reading. You know, there's a want to be seen as lovable. There's a want to be seen as a good person in a sense here, with a good personality. I think that's what I'm also sensing here and picking up here, guys. See, you may be, this is both you and your person, you could be hiding behind patterns and habits like drugs and alcohol, because it gives you a sense of inhibitions where things just don't matter. The past doesn't matter, it doesn't affect me, because, and that past could have to do with painful and hurtful memories here. Well, it doesn't matter that I'm being seen. It doesn't matter that I'm not accepted, because when you're under the influence here, guys, you're in that, under that mood and mind altering substance, and the effect that it has on you, it really doesn't matter what's going on around you, and it really doesn't matter to yourself how you're being seen at that point in time. But what you don't understand here, or what you may not recognize, this is both you and your person here in your reading, it really comes down to, so but why do you need it? And why does it play such a huge role in your life, your patterns and habits? Because what it talks about here with the moon card and the devil card is that it's become a craving here. It's become an urge. But not only that, it also comes in as, but I need more of it. I need to make sure I have it. When I get home from work, I need to make sure that that is there for me, because that is what makes me happy. And that's exactly what happens when you do have patterns and habits and addictions. The only thing that's going through your mind when you're working your ass off, like I said, in the physical labour here, or even a 9-to-5 job, is the thought that you're going to go home and you're going to indulge in marijuana, you're going to indulge in alcohol. See, it's not just one glass. One glass is going to turn into another glass here, a second, a third glass here, a fourth glass. And so you're numbing yourself to what's really happening inside of you. Regardless of you've had a great day here, you're still going to want. The craving is still going to be there. The urge is still going to be there to overindulge. That's what that talks about, because that is coming in as what's hidden. The truth about what's hidden here. Yeah, of course, I could come in and say your person has toxic patterns and habits. Here, this is what they do. They keep it hidden here. But when you're coming in with the moon card, what it talks about there is, what do you keep hidden from yourself? What is it within you that you hide from? Okay? That you don't really want to confront or face here the serious issue, the core issue, those raw emotions here. It's about why you do what you do. This is for both you and your person here, guys. Okay? That's what it's talking about, and that's the truth when you come in with both those cards here. See, what it talks about here in your reading in terms of your person, and maybe even yourself, is that you realize that it's a problem. You realize that it's a hindrance, but it's more than a hindrance. See, with the moon card coming in, you're really only touching the surface. See, what you've got to realize here, I think that right word is realize here, is that as you remove one layer, there is another layer to remove. Especially when you're coming in with the devil card. And there's a fear to remove that layer, because it can leave you vulnerable to experiencing, I suppose, those raw emotions that are inside of you. Because what's wrapped up in that fear, that pain, that hurt and that fear, what is wrapped up in it? Do you understand? Or what has it wrapped up? See, once you unpack that fear, you're coming in with neglect, abandonment and rejection. Here in your reading. And so what it can talk about there is the way that your person makes you feel. It makes you feel absolutely uncomfortable, and it is very unsettling. Because you have such deep emotions for your person. But it's also coming in as, here guys, there's a lot to be said, but it also comes in as here, the fear to love. Because love has always been painful and hurtful, and that has become quite normal here, guys. But to find true love and to truly love a person here in your reading is something that, like I said, that you hide deep inside of yourself. And so the question I ask once again is, why do you do that? Why has true love, real love, happiness here, guys, joy, why has it become a hindrance? What is it that you're holding back from? Why do you hold back from that experience here? That's what it can also talk about. When you talk about the hidden depths here of you. Oh, thank you. So let's come in again here, guys, and let's come in with obstacles and challenges here. I think I have already nailed it here, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, so you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is Cancer. Once again, Cancer is ruled by the moon here. Okay. And so your private life here. You know, it's pretty much everything that I spoke about in terms of obstacles and challenges here. Okay, so what it talks about here, if you're coming in this way with the High Priestess, all right, guys, you are well aware of your own patterns and habits here. You're not a vulnerable person here, where you don't, you know, you're coming in as a person that just doesn't say, I'm happy about the world, I love everybody. You know, you don't have that kind of demeanor here. But what you do have is that you're very mindful here on the way in which you come across towards people, because there is a truth about you here. Now, when you come in with the High Priestess card, what it talks about there is, like I said, very hard working. But it's hard working. What the hard work is, and it is hard work to be quite honest, here in your reading, is to follow I want to say your truth, your inner compass, your internal compass here, and those principles, and aligning it to the principles here, okay, guys, of the divine here. So you're coming in with someone, when you're coming in this way, you're coming in with someone who is working hard here, who is hard working, but hard work for this person isn't so much physical labor, and it isn't quite a 9-to-5 job here where it's there, they work in a fish and chip shop here, they're a cleaner or anything like that. The hard work here, and you're reading the obstacle and the challenge here for the High Priestess here is to unpack that hidden depth of knowledge here, guys, and understanding here. You're, of course, of oneself here. See, what it tells me here in your reading is that this person is actually quite focused on what they have to do here and what they want to achieve. And when I spoke about patterns and habits here, and I spoke about pain, hurt and fear, and I also spoke about here in your reading neglect, abandonment and rejection. See, there is a deeper meaning to those words. And that is exactly what this person is doing. And what it talks about here in your reading is that this has actually become this person's life here. This person's livelihood here. And they do not like to be owned here. You're coming in with someone who likes their own autonomy. This is the path. That's what it talks about. This is the path that I choose here. You're coming in with trust. You're coming in with knowing here. This person is growing here, guys. Now you're coming in with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is Earth energy here. All right, and you're also coming in with the Seven of Wands. And like I said, this person is not vulnerable here. you're coming in with someone who's not tempted here. That isn't tempted by patterns and habits. Like I said here, I need to pull some more cards. Like, this person is grounding what they know to be true. I would say here in your reading is that this person actually works alongside people or works in a career, because they are known for that, a career path that does actually focus on, you know, it's like removing negative attachments here. You're coming in with someone who works with people and helps people, or they're definitely, you know, they're determined, they're focused on that. See, what your reading could also talk about here is that you just don't know how hardworking this person is, or their determination here, guys. That's what it talks about. This person is disciplined here. See, it comes in as making that conscious effort to create changes here in their life. It's like knowing their shit here. This is someone you wouldn't be able to fool, in a sense here. I wouldn't say that they're the competition here in your reading. I'm going to pull some more cards and we'll come in with the potential outcome here, guys. All right. So you're coming in with the Queen of Swords, you're coming in with air energy here, guys. You're coming in with the Page of Wands, and you are also coming in with the Ace of Cups here in your reading. So I just wanted to go back to the Queen of Swords just to make sure that I've nailed that one for you here. So when I spoke about grounding here, guys, what it talks about there is that this person has been seen for the work that they do here, okay? But what's not being seen here in terms of the Moon card is it comes in as, I want to say, is that there's extra work that this person does. There's time and attention that this person does in their everyday life here. It's not like this person takes time out here, or takes time out, does nothing with themselves here, or just watches TV all day, or here in your reading. Yeah, I do get that this person may even, you know, there are times where this person does those mundane jobs around the house, household chores and that here, guys. But what this person does, this is the focus. This is the focus here, guys. And it's almost saying here in your reading is that they walk away from temptation, and it has been a, I would say, here in your reading, this person could very well be in hermit mode here. Now you're coming in with the Queen of Swords, and so you're coming in with that air element here. That was the Pentacles. You're coming in with this air element. All right, and when you're coming in with the air element here, you're talking about the mind and how the mind works here. All right, guys, you're coming in with learning new skills, study. Here you're coming in with, let me just make sure, wisdom in a sense here, guys. Knowledge and understanding here. See, like I said, when you're coming in with the Queen of Swords, this person does not reveal all the cards here and what they know here in your reading. It also comes in as this person doesn't reveal what they have here. What material prosperity or wealth or resources that this person has, because they have actually worked for it. This is the same person here in your reading. Now you're coming in, I get here with this card here, you're coming in with someone who respects, someone who shows appreciation here, sympathy here, when you're coming in this way. All right, when you're coming in with that card, the Queen of Swords, because their sword is down here. See, it's about allowing other people to say their truth without this person trying to define it. This is your person here, guys. Now you're coming in with the Page of Wands here in your reading, and so what it talks about there, yeah, it really comes down to this person making choices. It's like that. That's what I'm getting. If they want to shift it, if they want to take it to another level in terms of communication, here in terms of reaching out, it really comes down to this person. This is what it talks about here. And you were coming in with the Ace of Cups here when it comes to love here in your reading. Alright, guys, I'll come in with the advice card here, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Alright, guys. Calm here, the Queen of Swords. You're coming in with someone who has choices here. You have the Three of Cups here in your reading. And so the advice there, it does talk about reconciliation. It does talk about union here. It also talks about rejoice here in your reading. And so what I pick up there is that there is going to be a, well, I was going to say here in your reading, this person just does not muck around here. I get here is that there are people wanting to know more about this person and what they do, because they don't say anything here. Well, they're not flashy. They don't come across as if they know. They're not bossy here. They're not reactive. They're not resentful. They don't have judgment here. You just think about it. This person like they say, kind of stoic here when you're coming in with the Three of Cups. Now this is also coming in as other people, like I said, that have their eye on this person. Alright guys, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Alright, and I'll catch you later. Bye.